Welcome back and another week of Talking Technical, and thank you for all the requests that we do receive via email. I see on Twitter people are also asking for some shares, and often we also find some requests on WhatsApp. But I've got a few nice shares to discuss. Christelle also got a few ones, and the first one that I want to cover is ARC Document Solutions, and that's listed on the Nasdaq. And this viewer is looking at a long-term investment here. And the first clue is this 40-week moving average. For me, this 40-week moving average poses the most important clue here. And why? Because it is trading around this 40-week moving average. And as we know, the 40-week moving average is the long-term proven moving average that you can work on. And for me, there you are. I just want to show you, there's the first sign of technical strength, and that will be just above that resistance line. It turned into a support. Now it's exactly on $3, and above $3 we can maybe see some nice movement to the upside. And the reason why I'm saying that, because then we can see the first higher low on this chart, and the 40-week moving average is sitting at 295. So above 295 we can see a move to the upside. Where's my stop loss? My stop loss will be 287, and my targets to the top will be 304, 306, 309. There you are, 313. There's another one there at 314, and maybe on the relief bounce we can first head into 322. But the big important thing is, can we remain above this 40-week moving average? And if we can remain above that, we can maybe see a beautiful trend change, because look what happened in the past. The moment it starts to move above the 40-week moving average, it's almost up in a straight line. So let's see if ARC Documents can do that for you in listed on the Nasdaq. Well, let's have a look at CitiBank. Now, I mean, that's one of the big banks in the world. You can almost just say that it is one of those massive companies. They almost call this one of the big banks of America, but let's just remove those other lines that we've used in the past. And there you are. I mean, can you believe it? There's the 40-week moving average again. It looks like this viewer likes to look at 40-week moving averages, because there you are, the trend was clearly to the downside. Now the share is starting to consolidate around this 40-week moving average. And for me personally, I will say, let's have a look here. There's the first break in trend line. That was that resistance line that turned into a support. Let's just show you there. There you are. Let's zoom it out a little bit. There you are. And that was exactly at that 40-week moving average at 47.20. Above 47.20, this chart looks actually good to me. And the big thing is, it must stay above this 40-week moving average. Where's my stop loss? My stop loss is at 44.11. But I would like to show you something else here. I hope that I'm completely wrong. And there you are, you can see a clear head and shoulder formation. So I think it's quite important to use your stop loss to protect your capital. But the big problem with this share will come when this support line, and that sits at 41.55, if that turns into a resistance, we can maybe see CitiBank, I mean that massive bank, give us an ugly move to the downside. And there you are. There is the 34.64 is the conservative target, and can you believe it? The big target to the downside, let's just do the extension there for you. Then you can see where it can head to, and that will be a nasty target. That can take the share all the way down to $16. There's something else that I would like to show you. Even with this move here, there is a tiny little head and shoulder formation happening and developing there. And I hope that this is not the first sign of some extra trouble to come. And for me, the big thing now is the share must stay above this 40-week moving average to keep everybody happy. Because look there, there's the left shoulder, there's the head. We're working on the right shoulder, and let's see if we can maybe stay above this 40-week moving average to keep all the danger away. Well, let's have a look at Sappi. I mean, this is one of the counters in South Africa that is definitely favorable to the weaker rand. It usually does very well on a weaker rand, and we know that the rand is quite strong. But look at this, the share is really under huge pressure. I just want to get that. There you are, there you are. I just want to take that away. And if we look at that, there you are, you can see there. Well, it's flirting with some quite important support lines. And there's the important support line for me. And phew, it is so close to this. Can you believe it? Below 40 Rand and 80 cents, this share will really start to worry me. But on the other hand, let's have a look here. What catches my eye is that we've got this almost a steep sell-off, and that makes it almost a waterfall formation. Let's have a look there. Wow. I mean, it's a sell-off, and look at it, it's well below its 40-week moving average. The 40-week moving average sits at 47 Rand and 70 cents. But for me, I will wait for this resistance line to turn into a support before I will get optimistic about the share. And that will be at, there's your level, at 42 Rand and 20 cents. Above 42 Rand 20 cents, you'll probably see a beautiful relief bounce. But what's your stop loss? My stop loss will be 40 Rand and 70 cents. That will be my stop loss. Below that, I'll rather leave the share alone, because what we can see is, look what happens if Sappi comes into disfavor, and it can just drop from one line to 46.80 all the way down to, can you believe that, 19 Rand 17 cents? That was in 2020. We hope that's not the case. And let's hope that we can maybe see a beautiful kind of a relief bounce here, because that will be positive. But please, guys, stick to your stop loss. This is a very important support area here. This level between 40.70 and 40 Rand. Below that, things can really turn nasty. Well, let's have a look at British American Tobacco. I made a joke and I said, listen, if just one Chinese can maybe start to have a smoke or start to smoke, then suddenly you can see this share really surprise everybody and can give us a relief bounce. Now, look what is happening here. Let's have a look at it. I mean, this share is under huge pressure. It's also well below that very important support line. There was the support line. There you are. You can have a look there. That support line was at 622.30. It's well below that, but we also know that it is oversold now. But look at the 40-week moving average. It's a solid resistance. So for me, if you want to look at British American Tobacco, the first sign of strength will be this little candle there. I just want to zoom it out a little bit. The high there is 605 Rand and 77 cents. So nibble above 605.77. Make use of a stop loss, a definite stop loss of 595.38. And my targets to the top, I mean, there's quite a few, is 611.10, 614.52, 619.84, 625.60, and even as high as 631, just on a relief bounce. So for me, it's quite simple. If you look at the British American Tobacco, it is maybe a relief bounce play. I'll only be happy when it starts to move above the 40-week moving average. But I also do know that there's quite a few of analysts that say that there's a dividend almost of 8% in the share price, and it's grossly undervalued. So I don't know if that's the case, but for me at the moment, after, let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks of constant selling, we should have a little bit of a relief bounce. But the bottom line, as always, stick to your stop loss and don't go too big in. As we all know, that shares sometimes suck you in. You add up too much, and then the share falls maybe even lower, and then it becomes nasty. So stick to your stop loss, and if it breaks up, then hold on. And if you're happy with your profit, you guys know by now, I will say, just take your profit, walk away with the easy money, and you'll find something else to buy. Thank you for watching the show. Visit our website, www.fransdeklerk.com, for more info. And as always, we will chat again.